rid of that over 30-year streak, and they want this year to be their year. And let me tell you, watching them on bars, if they're going to win a national championship, I think it's because of their bar.
Well, here they are on ball. Ella Zervis lead off. Lexi Zeiss for LSU, a freshman, starts things off for the Tigers on bars.
Beautiful ball. Are looking for amplitude in the air. Didn't receive any deduction for that height, just maybe a half a tenth for that small little shuffle on the landing. Lexi doing a great job hitting all of those handstands on top of the bar in that leadoff position. She told me last week at her collegiate debut she's never been more nervous in her entire life, even more nervous than all of her international competitions as a part of the U.S. national team.
Back Minnesotans there. Ella Zervis out of Flips Gymnastics and Lexi Zeiss out of TCT. Same gym that Grace McCallum came out of. Ella Cesario will be the lead for Cal on the balance beam. All four of these teams in that first rotation put up a higher event score than they did in their opener last weekend. So clearly stepping it up a notch here on the big stage. Audrey Davis for Oklahoma on floor exercise.
And both of the teams on the screen, Oklahoma and Cal, their head coaches choreograph their routines, and they spend a lot of time on the artistry component. Judges are not only looking at the acro skills, but they're also looking at the leaps and the dance elements. If the judges don't like the dance, they can take off deduction for that. Ella on beam, she travels the full length of the beam on that back handspring layout step out. Gets good distance on that. Slight balance check for Ella there on that simple dance move. Sometimes you're so focused on the skill right in front of you that you forget to focus on the dance element. That leadoff spot is so nerve-wracking and so crucial, so important. Coaches put so much thought into who goes up first on each event, especially on beam, because if the first person up makes a mistake, that will rattle the rest of the gymnasts after them.
Arguably the most important lineup spot across all four events, that leadoff on beam, and Ella Cesario. Fantastic job there. Audrey Davis. Great start. All four teams coming out hot here with their first athlete here in the second rotation. Tammy Winger follows a 9.875 from Zervis on vault.
Great vault. It's always nerve-wracking when you're running on the vault runway. You've got to time it perfectly. Sometimes when you're running on the podium, it's actually a little bit bouncier than they're used to at home, so it can make you go a little bit faster and mess up your timing, but no issues there for her.
As you see Ashley Cowan off bars, keep in mind, beautiful release move there. As the athletes land, they must hold that final landing position for 1 second. Otherwise, it is a half-tilt deduction. Hold it in the direction that they landed. A little question there for Winger on ball.
Just like that?
Just like that.
I think she heard you. In that release move, the first skill that she did was massive, the height that she got on that.
Let's look at our tech tool presented by AAI again on this handstand, Allie.
This handstand is exactly what the judges want to see. They allow for a 10-degree window, but she was way above that bar, perfectly where they want to see that.
Ella Cesario, a 9.825. It would not have shocked me if that was a 9.9, Allie. Great start for Cal. Our second gymnast, Maddie Williams, mounts the beam. Danny Sievers for Oklahoma on floor exercise follows at 9.875 from Davis.
About 3.5 weeks ago, Danny couldn't even bend over to tie her shoes. She sprained her oblique. So to see her out here competing at this level is remarkable. And being Maddie Williams doing an excellent job. As you mentioned earlier, Maddie's been battling an illness, hasn't been feeling well. I could tell in the practice. And doing gymnastics when you're feeling 100%, it takes a lot of endurance and you're out of breath after your routines. So to do it while you're sick is very challenging and very impressive. Good dismount for Maddie. I would love to see her have kept her hips open a little bit more throughout the dismount, but that was really the only deduction I saw throughout the routine.
Ashley Cowan, a 9.95 for LSU on bars. You can see it in the scoring tower again on the right hand of your screen. That's the lineups for each team. Scores will populate as the athlete goes, and the judges put up the numbers. Danny Seaver, such a great leader for the Oklahoma team. Just that energy and that vibe in the gym, always a smile on her face, and a worker too. Sets an example for her teammates.
Coach Kindler says she's the spark of the team.
Avery Neff again, star freshman for Utah, follows wingers 9.725.
Wow. Very, very good. I could see that she did a great job opening up and anticipating for that landing.
Must have seen that freshman Caitlin Chio for LSU stick her 1.5, trying to match her. And here's Olivia Dunn on bars, following that 9.95 from Cowan.
Olivia has beautiful toe point. Gonna end with a double layout dismount. Good routine, just slight bent legs throughout the routine, but great job. You can tell she's happy with that.
Olivia Dunn, a fifth-year senior for LSU. Back over to balance beam with Jordan Kane. So scores building here for the Bears, 9.825, 9.875. That's what you like to see from your lineup. Scores build until hopefully they put up some massive numbers at the end.
Side aerial connected right into another side aerial.
Addison Theta, freshman for Oklahoma. Receivers 9.85 right before her.
And on balance beam, when judges are looking at connections, they want to make sure your body is in line with the beam. If you have a dip of a shoulder, the shift of a foot, you double plie, you stop the movement, the connection doesn't count. No issues for Jordan on that first connection. I have to say, I feel like everyone who's gone on beam so far, it looks like they're doing it on the floor, which the irony of beam is you want to imagine you're doing the skills on the floor. But when you get up there and it's 4 inches wide, you can get in your head and kind of change it. But everyone's doing it so well today.
They're not imagining they're doing it on the floor to make it look like they're doing it on the floor.
Absolutely.
Addison Theta, two-time national team member. So much talk about Avery Neff and Caitlin Chio, star freshman. Addison Theda's like, hold on a second. She's one of the best gymnasts in the entire country over the last couple of years. Kenna Smith on ball for Utah.
A different vault than we've seen. I thought she was going to stick that. A different vault than we've seen today. They round up half turn into a front pike off. That's actually very difficult to stick because she's able to open up and try to see the landing. I thought she had it.
Utah Ute contingent likes it. Here's another look.
I think she landed with her legs a little bit too straight on the landing. Judges want to see you bend your legs, and it's actually safer to absorb the landing and your knees more.
Well, she follows Avery Neff's 9.925. Again, they're trying to drop that 9.725. Remember, I told you earlier, don't want to count 9.7s in today's competition, or you will be left behind. Olivia Dunn puts up a 9.725, so a little bit of pressure here on Caitlin Chio, the freshman.
Caitlin got a 9.925 in her collegiate debut on bars. And these handstand positions, just like that, she held it on top of the bar. Just stunning in this release move. So unique. Just like that. John, if she sticks this, she might get a 10.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
She told me when she competes, she tells herself, put it where you want it. And that's exactly what she just did.
She is absolutely something special. She hasn't taken a step on the landing in today's competition. 2 for 2, Allie, in case you were counting.
This could be the competition of her life.
And it's only the second collegiate competition of her career. MJ Frazier, left hand to your screen. She follows Jordan Kane's 9-9. Every score building for Cal. Lily Peterson takes to the floor exercise. We got a 10 watch right at your screen. It's also the crown watch. She earned it.
Lily doing a difficult 1.5 step out into 2.5 twists. That 1.5 step out is difficult because you have to time it to give yourself enough momentum to go into the next skill, but not too much that you miss the timing on your round off. And that routine from MJ was fantastic. What makes her such a special competitor is I noticed that on one of her skills, her foot was a little bit off, but she managed to not have any balance checks or no errors. I don't know how she not only stayed on the beam and didn't move, but she connected it perfectly into the next skill.
MJ Frazier, by the way, a national team member, a world team member. He was an outstanding elite athlete. It's not a 10 for Caitlin Chio. A 9-9. Judges somehow found a 10th off on that one. Here's Ashley Glenn.
I don't agree with that. I think that was too low. This is fantastic. It almost looks like the table shakes because Ashley hit the table so hard. It reminds me of the way Michaela Maroney used to hit the table when she used the ball.
Michaela Maroney, one of the best vaulters ever on the planet Earth, competing with you at the Olympic Games. That step backwards, though, for Ashley Glenn, Allie, don't want to see that.
Sometimes you try too hard to go for the stick. Of course, everyone wants to stick the landing, but the irony is when you go for the stick, you sometimes hold back and you forget to do what you have to do in order to stick that landing.
Let's go down to Taylor.
Guys, this Cal team had a historic season last year as well, undefeated in conference competition, going to NCAA finals for the first time in program history and finishing as runners-up. As Maya Lazan is on the beam right now, she told me this week it's absolutely motivating how they approach this season. They saw just how close they were, and she said, we know what it takes, and it's fueling how we approach this year.
Thanks, Taylor. Cal having a great beam rotation. Aaliyah Finnegan and the LSU Tigers doing so on bars as well.
Just the dismount for Aaliyah. Just that step back. That first release move she did, that Ganger, was stunning. The height that she got on it sets her apart from the rest of the competition. And Maya on beam connecting 3 elements in a row. We rarely see that in collegiate gymnastics. It's more risky to do 3 elements in a row. It's something I was always too afraid to do.
I don't believe you were ever too afraid to do anything, Allie.
I was always afraid. I competed the 3 elements in a row one time, fell on it, and I never did it again. It's very risky. So I really admire when people take that risk and they do it.
Jordan Bowers moves to the floor exercise for Oklahoma, second at the NCAAs on this event.
Wow, the pop off the beam on that for that round off double twist was textbook.
And you get bigger air, you get more time to see the landing, better chance to stick.
That's correct.
Lily Peterson, a 9.875, a pair of 9.875s. After they led off with one, hit a 9.85 in there. That's their low for Oklahoma so far. Amelie Morgan on vault. She's actually in for Grace McCall on the lineup change for Utah.
Very good vault. We've seen excellent vaults tonight.
We have I think the landing's got Utah a little bit in this rotation. A change there. Grace McCallum does slightly easier ball than 9-9. 5-star value, I feel like with Morgan, they're going for that big number. A little bit of a risk reward. Looks like it probably paid off. New floor routine for Jordan Bowers this year. KJ really was talking highly about the choreography in that routine and thinks it's her favorite one that she's had since she's been at Oklahoma.
It's my favorite one. Coach KJ Kindler has really outdone herself this year with the choreography on this team. It is unbelievable. They are putting on a show.
This is Cayenne Mayhew now, the anchor for Cal on what's been an outstanding beam rotation. We got the 10 watch for Jordan Bowers. 10s are going to be tough to come by, I think, today. They have been so far this season. Somebody who knows all about a 10 is Connor McLean. She's gotten one here on bars before.
Connor's toe point on bars is what stands out and makes her unique. And Cayenne just handling that pressure. She had to wait patiently for all of her teammates to go, and Connor on bars, 6.
She follows Aaliyah Finnegan's 9.825. We might get the 10 watch on this. I just don't feel like the 10 is going to go. It's going to take something extraordinary today, I think, to get a 10. I think the judges are reeling it in a little bit to start the season. They really want to make you earn it, but that was pretty special. Jordan Bowers a 9.95, so she flirts with perfection. Here's Faith Torres, a big-time opening pass for her.
Very difficult double layout, opening tumbling pass, the first one we've seen in this entire competition. What makes that skill so difficult is when your body is open, you rotate slower. So you have to get so much higher to get your hips open and flip fast enough to land on your feet.
She just floats on that. Amazing. A 9.9 from Faith right here would put Oklahoma on a pace for a 198. If you're not familiar with scoring in women's gymnastics, that's out of 200. That is a massive number, especially when you're talking about the second weekend in January.
I would be shocked if she didn't get that score. It's well deserved.
I think KJ might be shocked too. I wouldn't want to make KJ angry.
I wouldn't either.
Here's another look at this double.
Beautiful. Watch the way her hips are open the entire time. And then this front tuck through to a double tuck and has good control on the landing. Even though they're allowed to step out of it, they have to show control. Otherwise, they'll get a deduction. Oklahoma looks like they're at the national championship.
They came in sharp, and they have continued to look sharp. But I have to say, all these teams, what we saw in the first rotation has continued into the second rotation. It looks like Oklahoma will lead, and there is a 9.95 for Faith Torres. So a 99, you multiply 99 by 2, and that, I believe, is 198. They're on a pace for that right here, and Faith Torres is having quite a night. Last year, it did not go well for Oklahoma at the NCAA championships. They did not get out of the semis. It was historic regular season, but didn't go well, and now they're looking for redemption.
Thanks for getting these simple.